Chuckload of Comics is brought to you by Cold War Games, creators of Squarriors, Fight Your Friends, and Lady Death Last Stand. For more information, visit coldwar.us.
So one other thing, guys, Spider-Man Far From Home dropped in theaters this week.
I heard about it.
Been looking forward to this movie forever, ever since before Endgame, but especially after Endgame.
Yeah, no kidding.
The theater was packed when we went and saw it. It's making all the money. It broke the record for highest grossing Tuesday opening movie of all time.
And yet you still think Lion King's going to beat it
I
out.
think Lion King's going to beat it in the end. When they finally cross the finish line, I think Lion King's going to come out on top. But so, Shauna,
yeah,
I liked Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yes.
Didn't quite live up to my expectations with the hype. I know I'm one of the few. I'm one of the lonely people whose expectations were so insanely high that it just didn't quite reach the bar.
I think it reached my expectations, but I think you have an issue with it because you kind of nailed the entire plot.
That's the other thing. That's the problem with fan theorizing, is when you get it right, you know, it kind of takes some of the shock and awe away when it finally happens.
Even though I knew your theory and I kind of bought into it, rightfully so, because that's pretty much what happened.
No chameleon,
I still thought it was great. Yeah, that's true. But I still really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
The only thing that didn't live up to the hype for me was the post-credit sequences.
Really? Everybody was like, these post-credit sequences
Yeah.
are massive game changers. It's going to change the MCU. It's the most important post-credit sequence since Thanos. Didn't really get that vibe. It was really cool to see J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson again, and how he demasked. He pretty much outed Peter Parker. That was badass.
Mysterio did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mysterio did. That's right. But yeah,
still,
you know,
I mean,
didn't shock me.
I was expecting X-Men or
something. Fantastic Four, Baxter Building.
Just because of all the hype and the new merger and buyout.
Yeah, show me Dr. Doom.
well.
Take us to Latveria or something cool. Didn't really happen. And the last one with the Skrulls, that didn't really.
Chuck called it.
Yeah, and that one didn't really blow me away either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew it. I knew going into it, Nick Fury was not going to be Nick Fury.
Yeah.
I knew going into it that obviously Mysterio is going to flip the script on everybody midway through the movie, and he's the bad guy. Obviously, half the stuff you see is going to be an illusion.
Right.
The elementals are going to be an illusion.
Yeah.
One other thing, and I'm not poo-pooing on it because I really did enjoy the film.
Yeah,
I liked it more than Captain Marvel. I liked it. It lands firmly in that middle of my favorite MCU movies. It doesn't crack my top 5. Definitely not in my bottom 5.
Right.
So it's kind of living in the middle. I was hoping for a little bit more of a sell on the multiverse thing, because I was really expecting them to try to sell the multiverse thing hard. They mentioned it once, and then it never really got mentioned again.
Well, they mentioned it, but it was Mysterio who mentioned it, and then it turns out it was all an illusion to begin with.
Well, we know it was an illusion, but it would have been cooler if they really tried to sell Peter on it.
I gotcha.
I don't know. I was expecting
sense.
a little bit more explanation of a potential for a multiverse.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be bunk, from the start.
Of course.
What were your favorite parts of the movie, Shauna?
Oh my gosh, Jake Gyllenhaal killed it.
Yeah.
When you first told me that he was cast as Mysterio, I was just like, no, that's going to be awful. But then as soon as you started seeing the pictures and the trailer, and it was like, wow, this is great. He nailed it as like the good guy turned bad guy. It was great. I think pretty much every scene he was in was awesome.
And he looked great. The CGI was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Loved the special effects. The only special effects I didn't really like was a lot of the Peter Parker stuff. Some of that stuff looked a little bad. There's certain parts in there I could tell he was hanging on a wire.
Yeah.
Like, when he was jumping across little logs and vents and stuff, I was like, that doesn't even look remotely real. But all of the CGI stuff looked phenomenal.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jake Gyllenhaal's costume looked incredible.
Yeah. The elementals looked great.
The elementals did not look bad at all. Loved the relationship with Peter and MJ.
Yeah.
They nailed that.
They
totally nailed it.
Yeah.
You could tell that they were two kids falling in love. Big time.
Oh, so cute. And every scene with Happy, of course, too.
Happy.
John Favreau, he's great.
Happy and Aunt May, man, that was an awesome little addition to it. Nice nods to Tony Stark, obviously. So lots of stuff to really, really love.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite live up to my incredibly high expectations. But, few movies do.
You have a lot of high expectations.
Yeah. Especially if the Lion King come up. I got pretty high expectations for the Lion King.
I know, we all do, I think.
Okay, so Spider-Man, let us know what you think in the comments section, guys. We want to move on to something we've been talking about. We would like, some friends of ours would like to fly you and a guest to Baltimore Comic-Con.
What?
Shauna, Baltimore
Can we
Comic-Con.
enter the contest?
We can enter the contest.
We can. That would
and I think we should enter the contest really, really soon.